Have you ever felt like your energy is fading faster than it used to? Or that your body isn't as strong as it once was? If so, you're not alone. Aging comes with its share of challenges. But here's the thing. Much of what we believe about getting older isn't entirely true. In fact, there are some big myths out there about aging. Lies that can hold us back from living our best lives. Today, I want to debunk those myths and share the truth you need to hear. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll feel empowered to take control of your health in ways you might not have thought possible. Let me start with a quick story. A few years ago, I met a woman named Margaret. She was in her late 60s and told me she'd stopped exercising because she assumed it was too late for her to see any real benefits. But after talking with her doctor and hearing about how even small changes could make a difference, she decided to give walking a try. At first, she only went around the block, then 2 blocks. Eventually, she joined a local walking group. Fast forward a year, and Margaret had more energy, less joint pain, and even lost a few pounds. She said something that stuck with me. I didn't know my body could still surprise me. And guess what? Yours can too. Now, let's talk science for a moment. Studies suggest that simple lifestyle changes can have a profound impact on how we age. For example, research from Harvard University shows that just 30 minutes of daily walking may lower the risk of heart disease, a condition that becomes more common as we get older. Another study published in The Lancet found that staying physically active can actually slow down cellular aging. That means moving your body doesn't just help you feel better today, it helps protect your future self. Pretty amazing, right? The first lie I want to tackle is one many people believe without even realizing it: that memory decline is inevitable with age. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Maybe you've misplaced your keys or struggled to remember someone's name. It happens to all of us, but here's the good news. It doesn't have to be permanent. Research from the National Institute on Aging suggests that certain habits can actually improve brain function no matter your age. One powerful habit is eating a Mediterranean-style diet. You've probably heard about this way of eating before, but did you know it's linked to better cognitive health? Foods like olive oil, nuts, fish, fruits, and vegetables are rich in antioxidants and healthy fats that support brain function. One study showed that people who followed this type of diet lowered their risk of dementia by up to 30%. Now, I'm not saying you need to overhaul your entire kitchen overnight. Start small. Swap butter for olive oil. Add an extra serving of leafy greens to your dinner. These little steps add up over time. Another key factor in maintaining sharp memory skills is staying mentally active. Think of your brain like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Activities like reading, puzzles, learning a new hobby, or even playing card games with friends can keep your mind engaged. I recently read about a man in his 80s who started taking piano lessons for the first time. Not only did he enjoy the process, but he also noticed improvements in his focus and memory. So don't underestimate the power of trying something new. It could do wonders for your brain. But here's where things get really interesting. Physical activity plays a huge role in keeping your mind sharp, too. When you move your body, you increase blood flow to your brain, which delivers oxygen and nutrients essential for brain health. Even light activities like gardening or dancing count. Remember Margaret, the woman I mentioned earlier? After she started walking regularly, she noticed she wasn't forgetting things as often. Coincidence? Probably not. Science backs this up. Exercise truly is medicine for both your body and your mind. Now that we've covered how to keep your memory sharp, let's move on to something just as important: How small daily changes can add years to your life. Because while protecting your brain is crucial, there's another area of aging that deserves attention: your overall energy levels. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to stay vibrant well into their golden years while others feel sluggish? Stick around, because the answer might surprise you. So, let's talk about energy. Have you ever noticed how some people in their 70s and 80s seem to have boundless energy while others feel tired all the time? It's easy to assume that low energy is just a natural part of aging, but here's the truth: it's not. This brings us to the second big lie about aging: that your energy levels are destined to plummet as you get older. The reality is, while our bodies do change with age, there's so much we can do to maintain and even boost our vitality. Let me share another story with you. A few years back, I met a man named George. He was 75 and had been feeling sluggish for months. He chalked it up to just getting older, but deep down, he knew something wasn't right. One day, his granddaughter encouraged him to try something simple: drinking more water. She pointed out that dehydration can zap your energy, and as we age, our sense of thirst often diminishes, making it easier to overlook. So, George started carrying a water bottle everywhere he went. Within weeks, he noticed a difference. He felt less fatigued, more alert, and even said he had a spring in his step again. Here's the science behind it. Dehydration affects everything from brain function to muscle performance. According to a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, even mild dehydration can lead to fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and mood swings. And guess what? Older adults are at a higher risk of dehydration because our bodies lose water more easily as we age. So, if you've been feeling tired lately, ask yourself, am I drinking enough water? It's such a small change, but it can make a world of difference. Now, hydration is just one piece of the puzzle. Another key factor in maintaining energy is movement. You might be thinking, I'm too old to start exercising now. But here's the thing: science says otherwise. A study from the University of Birmingham found that even light strength training can improve balance and reduce fall risks by up to 40%. And it's not just about preventing falls. Regular physical activity boosts circulation, strengthens muscles, and releases endorphins, the body's natural mood elevators. Let me give you an example. My neighbor Evelyn started doing chair yoga when she turned 68. At first, she could barely touch her toes without wobbling. But after sticking with it for a few months, she noticed her flexibility improved. Her joints felt less stiff, and most importantly, she had more energy throughout the day. She told me, I didn't realize how much I'd been holding myself back by assuming I was too old for exercise. Evelyn's story reminds us that it's never too late to start moving. Of course, staying active doesn't mean you need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Simple activities like walking, swimming, or even gardening can work wonders. The key is consistency. Find something you enjoy and make it part of your routine. Maybe it's dancing to your favorite music in the living room or taking a morning stroll around the neighborhood. Whatever it is, your body will thank you for it. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about sleep. Here's another lie many people believe: that poor sleep is unavoidable as we age. It's true that sleep patterns can change with age, but chronic insomnia or restless nights aren't inevitable. In fact, research shows that good sleep hygiene can help you get the restorative rest your body needs. What does good sleep hygiene look like? Start by creating a calming bedtime routine. Turn off screens at least an hour before bed, dim the lights, and maybe read a book or listen to soothing music. Keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and dark. A comfortable environment makes it easier to drift off. And don't underestimate the power of a consistent schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your internal clock. I know someone who struggled with sleep for years until she made a few simple changes. Her name is Carol, and she used to toss and turn night after night. Then, she decided to experiment with her habits. She swapped her late-night TV habit for reading, cut back on caffeine after lunch, and started practicing deep breathing exercises before bed. Within weeks, she was sleeping soundly through the night and waking up feeling refreshed. But here's the catch. Sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's also crucial for energy, memory, and overall health. A study from the University of California, Berkeley, found that poor sleep can accelerate brain aging and impair cognitive function. On the flip side, quality sleep helps your brain process information, repair tissues, and recharge for the day ahead. So, if you're serious about maintaining your energy and mental sharpness, prioritizing sleep is non-negotiable. Now that we've covered movement, hydration, and sleep, let's talk about something just as important: nutrition and how it impacts long-term well-being. Because while staying active and hydrated are essential, what you eat plays a huge role in how you feel every single day. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to thrive on a plant-based diet, while others swear by intermittent fasting? Stick around, because we're about to uncover the secrets to eating well as you age. Now, let's dive into the third big lie about aging: that your diet doesn't matter as much once you're older. I hear this one all the time. People saying things like, "At my age, why bother?" Or, "I've made it this far. What's the harm in indulging a little?" Here's the truth. Nutrition matters more than ever as we age. The food you eat isn't just fuel for today. It's an investment in your future health. And the good news? You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Small changes can lead to big results. Let me tell you about Paul. He's a friend of mine who didn't pay much attention to his diet until he turned 72. That's when he started noticing joint pain and sluggishness creeping into his daily life. His doctor suggested cutting back on processed foods and adding more whole, nutrient-dense options. Paul decided to give it a shot. He swapped white bread for whole grain, added berries to his morning oatmeal, and started snacking on nuts instead of chips. Within months, he noticed a dramatic difference. His energy levels soared, his joints felt less stiff, and he even lost a few pounds. When I asked him how he felt, he smiled and said, "I feel 10 years younger." What Paul discovered is something science backs up. Eating nutrient-rich foods supports longevity. For example, a study from Tufts University found that a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can reduce inflammation, a key driver of many chronic diseases. And here's a fun fact. Certain foods, like fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds, are packed with omega-3 fatty acids that support brain health and may even slow cognitive decline. But it's not just about what you add to your plate. It's also about what you limit. Processed foods, sugary snacks, and excessive salt can take a toll on your body over time. They contribute to weight gain, high blood pressure, and increased inflammation. Now, I'm not saying you can never enjoy a slice of cake or a handful of chips again. It's all about balance. Think of your diet as a seesaw. You want the healthy stuff to outweigh the treats. One practical tip I love sharing is the half-plate rule. Fill half your plate with colorful vegetables at every meal. The other half can be split between lean protein and whole grains. This simple guideline ensures you're getting plenty of vitamins, minerals, and fiber while keeping portions in check. Plus, it's flexible enough to work with whatever you're craving, whether it's grilled chicken with roasted veggies or a hearty lentil stew. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. That sounds great, but what if I struggle with motivation? Trust me, you're not alone. Staying consistent with healthy habits can be tough, especially when life gets busy or painful joints make it harder to cook. But here's the thing. Motivation isn't something you wait for. It's something you create. Take Margaret, the woman I mentioned earlier. When she first started walking, she didn't feel motivated at all. In fact, she told me she dreaded those early morning strolls. But she kept showing up anyway, and over time, her mindset shifted. She began looking forward to her walks because they made her feel good, not just physically, but mentally too. Research supports this idea. A study from Johns Hopkins University suggests that even adding 10 extra minutes of movement per day can improve mood and contribute to a longer lifespan. The same principle applies to nutrition. If cooking feels overwhelming, start small. Maybe it's prepping a big batch of soup on the weekend so you have healthy meals ready to go during the week. Or maybe it's asking a family member or friend to join you for a cooking class. Social connection can make healthy habits feel less like a chore and more like an enjoyable activity. Speaking of social connection, let's talk about another lie many people believe: that aging means slowing down and isolating yourself. This couldn't be further from the truth. Staying socially engaged is one of the most powerful ways to protect your mental and emotional well-being. Studies show that loneliness can increase the risk of depression, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. On the flip side, having strong social ties can boost resilience, improve mood, and even extend lifespan. Think about it. When was the last time you laughed until your sides hurt, or shared a meaningful conversation with someone you care about? Those moments aren't just nice. They're essential for your health. So, whether it's joining a book club, volunteering at a local charity, or simply calling an old friend, find ways to stay connected. I'll never forget meeting a woman named Ruth at a community center a few years ago. She was 86 and still teaching water aerobics classes twice a week. When I asked her secret to staying so vibrant, she said, "It's all about staying involved. I surround myself with people who inspire me and keep me laughing." Ruth's words remind us that aging isn't about withdrawing from life. It's about embracing it fully. Now that you have these tools, better nutrition, consistent movement, quality sleep, and social connection, let's wrap things up with some final words of motivation and a simple challenge you can start today. Because here's the thing: living your best life at any age isn't about perfection. It's about progress. We've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? From debunking myths about memory decline and energy levels, to exploring the power of nutrition, movement, sleep, and social connection. I hope you're walking away with a renewed sense of possibility. Aging doesn't mean losing your health. It means taking charge of it in smarter, more intentional ways. And the best part? You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Small, consistent changes can lead to incredible results over time. Let's recap what we've learned. First, memory decline isn't inevitable. By staying mentally active, eating brain-boosting foods like those in the Mediterranean diet, and keeping your body moving, you can protect and even improve your cognitive health. Second, low energy isn't a given as you age. Staying hydrated, staying active, even in small ways, and prioritizing restorative sleep can help you feel vibrant and alive. Third, nutrition matters more than ever. Filling your plate with nutrient-dense foods while limiting processed options supports both physical and mental well-being. And finally, staying socially engaged keeps your mind sharp, your heart full, and your spirit young. Now, here's the most important takeaway. Aging is not something that happens to you. It's something you can actively shape. Your health is in your hands, and every choice you make adds up. Whether it's swapping out sugary snacks for fresh fruit, taking a 10-minute walk around the block, or calling a friend just to chat, these small daily habits can make a world of difference. Let me leave you with one last scientific insight to reinforce this message. Experts like Dr. Michael Greger, author of How Not to Die, suggest that diet and lifestyle choices may significantly reduce the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and even certain types of cancer. In fact, studies show that up to 80% of premature deaths from these conditions could be prevented through healthier living. That's an incredible statistic, and it proves that the choices you make today can have a profound impact on your tomorrow. Before we wrap up, I want to give you a simple challenge. Pick one habit from this video, just one, and commit to trying it for the next week. Maybe it's drinking an extra glass of water each day, adding a serving of vegetables to your meals, or taking a short walk after dinner. Whatever you choose, focus on consistency rather than perfection. Remember, progress is always better than stagnation. I'd love to hear how it goes. Let me know in the comments, which of these habits are you going to try first? And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on healthy aging. Sharing this video with someone you care about, a friend, family member, or neighbor, could also be a wonderful way to spread the message of empowerment and positivity. Here's my final thought for you. Aging is not the end of anything. It's the beginning of a new chapter filled with opportunities to grow, connect, and thrive. So, whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, I want you to know this. You are capable of amazing things. Your best days are still ahead of you, and they start right now. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Here's to living your best life at any age.